Welcome to AICS Mentoring. In today's video, you will learn control structures in Python language. Now let us first see what are control structures. Control structures are the decision making and repetition mechanisms in Python. So when we write any program, they are not always sequential execution of the program, but at times we need to write logic in such a manner that depending upon the decision which is the condition is correct or true or false, the steps is taken. They determine the order in which the program statements are executed. Without control structures, a program executes statements sequentially, that is one after the other. Control structures allow programs to make decisions, to repeat some tasks again and again, and choose different execution paths based on the conditions available. Now, let us try to understand this concept of control structures in Python language using some real life examples. In this particular video, you will be learning the concept of control structures, and in the other video, you will be learning the programs based on it. So now let us see what is a sequential execution. Now suppose, imagine you are following your daily routine. Wake up, brush your teeth, take a bath, eat breakfast, go to work. So these are the steps after getting up from the sleep. The person wakes up and goes to work, and in between he carries out some steps, and all these steps are carried out compulsorily throughout the life in this manner. So one after the other, not a single step can be skipped, or the steps cannot be in a uh, unordered manner. It has to be in a proper order. This is what do we call it as a sequential execution. This is sequential execution. Now suppose if it is raining, take an umbrella. That is, when a person will take umbrella when it is raining, otherwise not. If it is Sunday, don't. So when the person will not go to work, if only if it is Sunday. So if it is raining, if it is Sunday, these are nothing but the conditions. So if the conditions are true, then the statement will be executed. So if it is raining, the person will take an umbrella in the hand. If it is Sunday, the person will not go to work. Repeat studying until the exam is over. Now this is one more type of control structure. Repeat. So a person, a student keeps on studying till the exam is getting over. So he is repeating some task again and again till some condition is met, and that condition is what? That the exam is over. These decisions and repetitions are examples of control structures. Now what are the different types of control structures? Let us see. Python mainly provides three types of control structure: sequential control structure, selection, that is decision making control structure, iteration or looping control structure. So there are three types of control structures in Python programming. First one, sequential control structure. In sequential execution, statements execute one after the other in order they are written. So they are carried out in the same order as it is written, and the order is written in a very logical manner such that it is able to solve some problem or it is able to achieve some task. So for example, let us take one example from day to day life. Say making tea. The person would first boil water, then add tea leaves, then add sugar, add milk, and then serve the tea. When the tea gets ready, the tea is served. So step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are executed one after the other. You cannot shuffle the steps. You cannot serve tea before boiling water. So it has to be at its own position where it is required. That is what is sequential. Now program, for example, print wake up. I have written over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 print statements. Print wake up, print brush teeth, print take bath, print have breakfast, print go to office. So all of these print statements are getting executed one by one. And the output you get is wake up, brush teeth, take bath, have breakfast, go to office. So this was about sequential execution, where in the program all the steps get executed in order. Yeah? It doesn't skip any step, or it doesn't change its path and execute some other step, and it use the some previous step. That was about sequential execution. Now let us see selection, that is decision making control structures. Sometimes a program needs to make decision. So not always all the steps get executed in the program. If the logic is such whereby something should get executed and some remaining should not get executed if the condition is true, then we go for selection statement or decision making control structure. Sometimes the program needs to make decision. Python uses if, if else, if elif, else, and nested if statement. Now, what are this? Let us see in detail each one of them. If statement, that is a simple if statement. It executes the block only when the condition is true. So the syntax is if and then some condition is given colon statement. So if the condition is true, that statement gets executed. Let us see an example from the day-to-day life. If it is raining, carry an umbrella. Okay, so it is telling that if it is raining, carry an umbrella. What if suppose it is not raining? So we do not know what to do. Otherwise, okay. Otherwise do nothing. So we do not know because only if condition is given. If condition is true, we have to carry the umbrella. But what if suppose it is not raining? So if condition is false, then do what? We do not know. So otherwise do nothing. Okay. Let us see from an example of a program. Raining is equal to true. If raining, print take an umbrella. So if the condition is true, if it is raining, then take an umbrella. Let us see the second example. Age is equal to 20. So I have already given the age as 20. If age is greater than equal to 18, print you can vote. So now since I have given 20 as the age, it is going to print what? You can vote. So that is what is simple if statement. So if the condition is false, what it will do, we do not know. But if condition is true, it will execute the subsequent statement in the if block. Let us see now if else statement. It is used when there are two possible choices. The syntax is what? If the condition is true, the statement is executed, else, that is otherwise. Else is nothing but the type of otherwise. Else, some different statement is getting executed. Say for example, if you have money, buy a pizza. If you have money, buy a pizza. What if suppose you do not have money? So what to do? So otherwise, that is else, cook food at home. So we have got two conditions. If condition is true, buy a pizza. Else, if the condition is false, then cook food at home. That is what is uh, there in if else statement. Yeah. So unlike if statement, here we have got else part also. So for example, in program, let us see money is equal to 50. If money is greater than equal to 100, print buy pizza. Else print cook at home. Now as I have given money is equal to 50, the first condition, that is if money is greater than equal to 100, becomes false. So it comes to the else part. So in else part, what is there? It prints the statement cook at home. So this is how it is happening. Now let us see the example of student result. Say marks is equal to 45. If marks is greater than equal to 35, print pass, else print fail. Now marks I have given as 45. So it is what? It is greater than 35. So the first if condition is true. So in such case, it prints what? Pass. If if I had given marks lesser than 35, then it would have printed what? Fail. It is what is this. Let us see after if else, if elif else statement. That is, if there are more than one conditions to be checked or tested. So in such case, we use if elif else statement. What it is? Let us see. So it is used when multiple conditions need to be checked. Say for example, the syntax is if condition 1. If this condition 1 is true, the statement get executed over here. This statement get executed. But what if suppose if condition 1 is false, then it goes to the else part. But in else again there is if condition. So elif we call it as. So if elif condition 2, if this is true, then the statement gets executed. This statement gets executed. But what if suppose elif condition 2 is also false? Then it goes to the subsequent elif condition 3 and so on. What if suppose if condition elif condition 2, if condition 1, elif condition 2, elif condition 3, all are false, then ultimately it reaches to the else part where it gets executed in the end. That is, this statement gets executed if the above statements are all false. So now let us take examples from day-to-day life. Say for example, traffic signal. So when it is green, go. When it is yellow, slow down. And when it is red, stop. Now let us see this program. Signal is what? Red. If signal is equal to green, print go. Elif. Signal is equal to yellow, print slow down. Else print stop. Now I have given signal is equal to red in the beginning. So what does it print? It prints stop. Why? Because first condition, that is if signal is equal to green, is false. Why? Because I have given over here red. So this print go doesn't get printed. Now it comes to the next if statement, else part. So elif signal is equal to yellow. No, it is not yellow. It is still red only because I have given it red. So this condition is also false. So now ultimately it goes to the last part, that is print stop. This is what is the if elif condition. Say for example, student grade example, we have marks is equal to 82. If marks is greater than equal to 90, print grade is A plus. Elif marks are greater than equal to 75, then print grade A. Elif marks are greater than equal to 60, then print grade B. Elif marks are greater than equal to 35, print grade C. Else print fail. So now over here we have given the marks as 82. So it is falling in the range of grade A. So it has printed grade A. Now let us see the last part, nested if. An if statement inside another if statement is known as a nested if within if. So day to day example, you can enter a movie only if you have a ticket and you are above 18 years of age. So these are the two conditions. Now say for example, program is ticket is equal to true, ticket is equal to true, and age is equal to 22. So if ticket, say for example, it is the person is having ticket, but it is going to check again in that if condition. There is one more if condition, if age is greater than equal to 18. So now over here what is there? Age is 22. So he gets entry for the movie. So that is entry allowed. It prints entry allowed. If suppose the age was lesser than 18, it would have been age restriction. It would have printed age restriction in spite of having ticket. What if suppose the age is greater than equal to 18, but the person doesn't have ticket? So it will print the else part, buy the ticket first. Okay. So this is what about different selection type of control structures and sequential control structures in Python. In the next video, we will see looping or the iteration. And in one more video, we'll see the programs based on this control structures, that is sequential execution, decision making, or conditional statements, or selection statements, and the iterations and loops. If you have liked this video, then kindly share, subscribe, and like the video. Thank you.